Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial video. Now, in the last video, you will have seen this make some very funny noises. What we're going to do today in this tutorial video is show you how to remove the 16-tooth pinion which comes with the Quake 223S, and we're going to be popping in a 17-tooth pinion. Now don't worry, yep, I know about this. I've done a little bit of pre-loosening for the video, but what I will show you is the stuff that you're going to need, and it literally pretty much all comes with the Quake anyway. So you're going to need your little tool, this one here, some Loctite potentially for later on, your screwdrivers. It will be the smaller of the two, which will be the red one, which will be needed. You'll need that. Potentially a lighter to maybe loosen off the glue or the thread lock that's already on the pinion. We would recommend, if you've got like a little jet lighter, you can use that, which would be halfway decent, more of a direct heat source. But if you're a younger person watching this, gonna know, set your parents' house on fire, please, or your carers, or whoever it is you're living with. Don't set their house on fire. Go and have somebody watch you do this, or have an adult do it. I'm going to get my dad to do this later on. Jokes. The parts that I'll be needing is this: the Arrma 311 000. So it's a 17-tooth 0.8 mod safe D5 CNC steel pinion gear. They've got it in here, and it should have hopefully a little grub screw in there. Yes, it does. So that's pretty much all good to go. And what we'll do now is we'll just start taking apart what we need to take apart on the Quake. So, yep, move this out of the way. Not needing that right now. As you can see, I have pre-loosened this one. I will just chuck it under here. So I've got somewhere nice and level for you. I have pre-loosened those screws there. You will need this one for it. I did notice that this is a little bit bendy, so I don't know the size of it off the top of my head. But if you have got a little Allen key set at home, maybe use those ones because they're not the most highest quality. Right, so we've taken off this front part, and as you can see, we've got our little gear in here. I have kept the screws in here, so that will remain in here. I have put a metal upgrade in here earlier, and I do believe that's possibly what's caused the issue with the pinion. So we'll update, or we'll refresh the pinion on my Quake. So we'll get in here, and you can see here is where my grub screw is, and I'm hoping that this will just come off, no problem. There we go, and that's popped off. We'll make some funny noises, and I'm hoping I haven't rounded that off. Yeah, big note for you guys, try not to use the Arrma stuff. It isn't the most strongest. So I'll bring in my own tool here, and hopefully we can pop this out. Right, grub screw out. Now I did heat that up as well off camera, so I'm gonna see if that's too hot to pull off just now. Yeah, that is kind of tough to get off there, so well, that was a bit of a fight to get this little darling off, but it's off. It will be easy enough to take off. If you've got a pair of pliers, I just kind of stuck the poorly manufactured Arrma screwdriver in between and just jimmied it off. I have removed a flywheel here from the inside of that housing, because I'm going to have to pop this back in to get an idea of where I need my new pinion to sit. So I'll just pop the pinion out the bag here. It could mean that I may have to move the motor. Again, you'll see here 17 tooth, and it has got that flat spot there, so I'll be looking for the flat spot on the motor. I'm just trying to get those to marry up here, and if I pop that in, now you always, I know what we'll try and do is have that sat about here. Let me see. Looks pretty good, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get my hardware into here, which isn't ideal. So what we'll do is we're going to just pop that round so we've got a better access to that pinion. Okay, so as you can see, it is going to be fitting on here, and I'm probably going to need to have that sat round about here, because I'll need to make sure that that is sat in flush, which it is. Okay, and making sure that that's flush here. And I think we've kind of got a good mesh already set up. So I'm going to prep the grub screw like so. So grub screw, pinion. Now you don't need rakes and rakes of thread lock. Just a little bit here, like so. Try not to drop any of that if I can't help it. Get that. Just dab that off there. Okay, so that is now fully covered with thread lock. Just gonna pop that in here. Like that. Now flip this over. Put that here so you got a better view. And we'll have that sat just below here, and get the My Little Princess screwdriver out and throw stuff about. Right, I've got that biting now, so I'm just going to take this out, so I know it's not going to move, but I will go back and tighten it up. Just check what the mesh is like on the truck. Yeah, I've got, obviously you do need a little bit of play in between these. That's quite a nice wee mesh there. So I'm going to try and set this up so that you can see it, and just make sure that that is fully in, as tight as I can get that, just to make sure it's not going to fly off and it's not going to cause any more damage, because I do believe that the source of this cheaper metal hasn't meshed very well with that upgraded 61 tooth spur gear there. So that is literally it. That is all you need to do to upgrade your pinion on that one. All we're going to be doing now is we're just going to be popping everything back on to the casing. and we'll do a little bit of a fast forward a bit for you, and it shouldn't be too long. And that is how you upgrade your Pinion. I'm going to let the thread lock set or go off on that one, and we'll go out and we'll have a little rip with it, and you can sort of see the difference if you That sucks, kid. Maybe you should head over to the Hobbyking website and you can get yourself a sick discount on some really sweet batteries using the link in my description. Yeah, I'd love some good quality but low price batteries. The prices are out of this. Whoa! Whoa! Hey guys! Just like the prices at the Hobbyking website, I'm out of this world. Using the link in the description on this video, you can get yourself 5% discount on your batteries. I'm still in space. Whoa, when are you coming back with my batteries? I have just returned to the car. You've watched me hoon this about the skate park. It is not very pleasant, as you've seen by the footage. Classic Scottish February weather, really. But the upgrade to the 17-tooth Pinion, I would say, is a little success there. It's got some crazy wheel speed, as always, and Quakes normally can't keep their front wheels down anyway. I defy anyone not to have a smile on their face with a Quake, but you can go and check out my review of the Quake. But I hope you've enjoyed the little tutorial video that I've done to get this on, and you've obviously seen the results of that upgraded Pinion there as well. And I'm going to go and try and get warmed up now, so back to myself at the desk where I've finished doing the little tutorial bit. So yeah, it's freezing. Goodbye. So that is another tutorial video from myself. If you like what you've seen, drop a little comment or a like, or if you don't agree with what I've done, let me know either way. Hit my wee subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers, folks.